Now, we have been looking back at 2022's billion-dollar disaster list. And here to join us is Brad Pugh. He's one of the NOAA's Climate Prediction Center meteorologists. So thank you so much, Brad, for joining us. We do have a couple questions for you about the drought situation. The drought has shown up on NOAA's billion-dollar disaster list for 9 out of the past 10 years. Is this because of the continuation of the drought, or what are some significant impacts that you've seen this past year?
It was the third year of this long-term drought we've had over the West. During the summer, we had an expansion of drought over the Great Plains and into the Ohio River Valley. Drought coverage for the lower 48 states peaked at 63% during late October. And that was the second largest coverage in the U.S. Drought Monitor era, and that dates back to 2000.
This was the second costliest disaster of 2022. So it did more than $22 billion worth of damage. Why were the impacts so high?
Twofold. One being the longevity of the Western U.S. drought, but also in July, we had a very high impact drought event that affected Oklahoma and the Ozarks region. It was a very rapid onset of drought and intensification of drought. And those impacts included adverse conditions to both agriculture and livestock.
Can you talk about some of the areas that we've actually seen improvements in the drought situation over 2022?
The one region that saw quite a bit of improvement was the southwestern U.S., and that was due to a robust monsoon that we had. We have seen the coverage decline over the past couple of months, and drought coverage now stands at less than 50% for the lower 48 states.
For 2023, what are you expecting the drought outlook to be? And then what factors do you factor in into your forecast?
Our updated seasonal drought outlook was released at the end of December, and it's valid through the end of March. And it calls for improving conditions across much of the West due to heavy precipitation through mid-January. Also, a very favorable start to their wet season. We have a snowpack that's above average. Really good start to the snow season there in the West. Conversely, the southern tier of the country is typically drier than normal during a La Nina winter. So we're expecting drought development for parts of Texas.
We really appreciate your insight. Again, hopefully next year, the drought won't be on the billion-dollar disaster list for 2023. But again, thank you so much, Brad, for joining us. We really appreciate your time.